Hi, good day. This is Dr. Knotts. I want to thank you for spending time with me. The subject for this lecture or teaching is on fasting. Fasting is a biblical practice that has pretty much vanished from most Christianity today. Yet it is a necessary part of Christianity. I mean, if you look all across this country, around the world, obesity has just gotten out of hand. Food, cravings, obsessive compulsive disorders, lusts and sinful obsessions have just gotten out of hand. And I'm talking about in the church, not out of the church. I mean, look at how many pastors will preach against drunkenness, but yet they're 100 pounds overweight, or they've let themselves just completely go. Jesus didn't say if you fast, but he said when you fast. Now, I want to give you, first of all, the principle of fasting. Fasting is when you take time to break what we would call sinful practices in your life by setting yourself aside. Now, it's been proven, like when you go on a John Hopkins diet or a biokinetic diet or kinesthesis or something like that, one of the things they make you do is you have to fast a minimum of 2 to 3 days before they put you on the diet. What happens when you fast for over 48 to 60 hour period is, and I'm talking psychology now, the brain will reset because it wants to eat. And so whatever you eat first in that first 24 hours, your body will crave after that. If you're addicted to chocolates, sweets, they put sugar in everything. That's why all processed foods and alcohol is based on sugar. If you are addicted to sugars or you have uncontrollable appetites, you need to fast for 2 days. Secondly, it cleans toxins out of your body. It allows your body to expunge the things out of it that have been building up. Fasting is a very healthy thing. Most Jews would fast at least once a month. The Bible instructs them to fast 7 times a year. When they would go to solemn assemblies, they would fast on the way there so that their heart was right. The Bible says that a husband and wife shouldn't keep themselves away from each other in intimacy except when they fast. And it doesn't say if they fast, it says when they fast. Fasting will give you the ability to break sinful habits and practices. Secondly, when Daniel was wanting to seek the Lord, he fasted 21 days. Now we know that the prince of the Persia, a principality literally, a high-ranking entity, a fallen angel, tried to keep God from answering his prayers, but the Lord sent an angel, and the angel told him, listen, Daniel, the Lord heard your prayer from the first day. But the prince of Persia has withstood me these 21 days. Daniel fasted 21 days. The Lord sent the angel immediately because he knew Daniel was serious and Daniel would fast. And also the Lord knows the outcome. He knew this angel would try to resist his angel for 21 days. But Michael came and helped him, and he says, now I must go because of the prince power of Grecia has risen up. So there is spiritual warfare in our lives. The devil will try to keep you entrapped, try to keep you in bondage and in sin. But we fast because we want to break sinful practices in our life. Secondly, we fast because we want to grow closer to God. When you feel like you're void in your life of God, or like he's not just hearing you, you need to fast. But we get a warning. We get a warning from Isaiah chapter 58 that the Lord tells them, Israel, while they're in sin, he will not hear them when they fast. He says, though you pray, though you fast, he is not going to hear them. And that may seem a little bit rough, but my friend, if you regard sin in your heart, God is not only not going to hear you, he is going to keep on doing that which is punishment to you. So, how should we fast? Well, this is the deal. The Bible tells us in Matthew 6:15 that if we forgive not others their trespasses against us, God cannot. It's a double imperative in the negative of the Greek. It says, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. In the Greek, it means he absolutely will not, cannot, under any circumstances, forgive you. So if you have a spirit of unforgiveness in you, you need to get rid of it. You need to fast. You need to ask God to break that power in your life, give you the ability to not only forgive, but release. So he says, when you fast, verse 16, Matthew 6:16, Be not as the hypocrites. In other words, don't do it for a show. Don't try to, oh, I'm fasting, brother. I can't eat that. Don't offer me that food. Or if they say, hey, would you like to go out to, no, I'm fasting. Some people put on the big show. They're drama queens. Don't tell people you're fasting. When you're fasting to break a sin habit or to get closer to God because it's your Christian duty, don't let people know you fast. Wash your face. Anoint your head so you look happy and healthy. He says in verse 18, do this so that when you appear unto men to fast, your Father which is in secret, thy Father in secret shall reward thee openly. In other words, what you do privately, God will reward you openly when you get up in heaven. So the question is not if you should fast, it's when you fast. You need to fast on a regular basis, at least once a month. If possible, once every 2 weeks. Try to do a 2-day fast. Now, fasting is not missing a meal. I had a man tell me just recently, I said, how long did you fast? Because the person is incredibly obese, has an inability to work out, inability to control his appetite, and has great deals of unforgiveness and sin in his life. I said, how long did you fast? Oh, I didn't eat from breakfast until dinner time. Right. That's not fasting. Fasting is a minimum of a 24-hour period. It's not missing a meal. Fasting is not only drinking liquids or smoothies. I had a lady tell me, well, I'm only drinking smoothies for the next 24 to 48 hours. There's plenty of nutrition in a smoothie, more in a smoothie than in most meals. That is not fasting. Fasting is when you set yourself aside with no food intake and just water. If you have medications you need to take your medications. Follow your doctor's advice. If you're fasting, it's not eating anything. It's not eating. It means you set yourself aside. That's why when you go to bed at night, God has ordained, we don't eat after 6 o'clock or after dark. We go to sleep. We get up in the morning. It's break the fast. It's a 12-hour fast to allow your body to purge and cleanse itself from all the impurities. Digest. It's incredible how when some people die, they have up to 8 pounds of undigested meat in their colon and stuck, the food that'll stick to the side of people's intestines, causing sickness, illness, disease. My friend, fasting will make you healthier. It will break your sin problems. It will draw you closer to God. Take time to fast at least once a month. This is Dr. Tom Knotts. You can email me at baptistcur@aol.com, or you can contact me by reply. Lord bless you as you fast to draw closer to Him and to control your body.